Hi guys, welcome back to the second video of the day. On the second video guys, I'm doing 10 wedding fragrances that I'm aimed at the father of the bride. Right, so I've got 10 here to choose from, and they're all the summer edition ones, so they can wear in the summer and you can still use these fragrances to good effect. There's some cracking fragrances in here, right, and I've got a couple of good tips for you as well. If you're interested, I'll see you after the intro. See you later guys, cheers. Okay guys, welcome back. Great to see everybody. Okay, hope everybody's okay. Now then, just before we carry on and we start the video, I'm just going to show you, you've got all these fragrances, you've got 10 of them, and they're all from different designers. Right, so you've got 10 different designers from there. I have done a video on my old channel called Big Al Fragrance Channel. It's still on YouTube, but I stopped using the channel through technical difficulties. I can't get access to it no more, but the videos are still there. And I did a wedding fragrance then, but what I did, I tended to pour all the best fragrance. Sometimes I got more than one from a particular house, and so I lined up all my best fragrances and I chose them a lot. But this is just like a different to the first one I did, because it's aimed at the summer. Because all these you can still rock in the summer way on a wedding day. I did last year quite a long time during your wedding day. So if you're the father of the bride and your daughter's getting married, I hope it works out great for you, the weather and everything. Most people try to get married in the month of July and August, September, because they've got the weather then, and they get nice photos. And all these fragrancy guides have got the potential to create like a scent memory. So one day you and your daughter look back and you can remember the fragrance she was wearing on the special day. And it's every dad's, duty and the dream to walk the daughters down the aisle. So you want to look good. You want to try to, smell your best, because you spend a lot of time around them, when they're getting ready to get to the wedding, even at the wedding itself, in mingling with people. And then you have a dance with your daughter sometimes. People want to have a dance. Father and the bride dancing with each other. So you're in close proximity with each other. So it's a good way of, having a nice fragrance to make you smell nice for the entire day that you're there. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips just before we carry on. This here, I'm going to stand up a little bit, guys, just get a bit close to the phone for you. This is a deodorant I tend to use. It's only a cheap one. You pick up from the local supermarkets. It's only a couple of quid if that, but it's neutral. It doesn't interfere with your fragrance, So I'd recommend to put a deodorant on, similar to this, and it won't interfere with the main fragrance. So think about buying one of them as well. Couple of quid. This one here is a travel atomiser, guys. There you go, look, that's the atomiser there. The top fits on the tail. You pull it off, and you have to pull the top off your fragrance bottle. I'm just going to show you now, and I'll show you where to put that. Just give me 1 second while you just organise yourself. We'll just take a random bottle of your fragrance. This is done a like on. So you put the top off. That bit, look there, look, take that bit off. So it exposes that bit. And if you see the bottom of the atomiser, basically what you do is to line the hole up and you keep just pushing up that there until you insert all the fragrance inside there. Look, and it shows on that glass window there when it's filled up. And then you carry that in your pocket and you just spray yourself as you're going along, guys. And that keeps your fragrance, the longevity going for as long as possible. Because some, let's be honest, some fragrances, they do fade quicker than others, in the real world. Because people's, skin chemistry, it all depends what the chemistry of your skin reacting to these fragrances. So this is why sometimes, although one might work on one guy, then we'll get great longevity out of the fragrances wearing. The other guy might wear a similar fragrance and not get that much of a projection and longevity from it because of the oils on his skin. So let's kick it off with the first one, right? We've got a Dior fragrance, right? Now most people in the fragrance community have heard of this. Which is a popular staple fragrance. And this is Dior Arm Intense. Yeah, yes, it is intense, and it's got the note of Irish in here. Gives off like a lipsticky smell, but it's like a class as metrosexual. But I'll wear this really comfortable. If people knew me 5 years ago, I'd have never even thought about wearing anything like this because it was the way I was at the time. But my mind just opened up to the world of fragrances, and I absolutely love this stuff now. And I'll wear this any day, no problem at all. It is really good fragrance, guys, and it is you get lots of compliments off it. You know, it does make your daughter feel like you're wearing something special. And again, the House of Dior, which is a top brand, so you're not going to buy something cheap to wear for your daughter's wedding. So this is why I recommended this fragrance. It is a top designer brand. Okay, so I think of that one, Dior Homme Intense. Now, in this one, you've got, in the top, you've got lavender. In the mid, you've got Irish, Ambrette and Pear. And in the base, you've got Virginia Cedar, Vetiver, and it's classed as a woody floral. Okay, that's your first fragrance, guys. So we've got another 9 to get through. They're in no particular order, I'm just picking up as I've written down on my notes here. So if you see me looking down, that's why I'm trying to give you the best information off my notes. Now, in some weeks you might look at my video and I'm not using my notes like this. I've got it on my laptop, and because I'm only reviewing one or two fragrances, it's easier to do it that way. Because we've got 10 to go through, it's easy just to write it down on a piece of paper. So that's the idea. And like I said on the video, this is Alan Moore. It's like one mic, one take, and I try to keep it as raw as possible. And so even by doing this, it's low tech, but it's my way of doing it. I just prefer doing this way. I don't want to come across as being natural, and on camera, like not being false. I'm not, Brad Pitt or nothing like that. I'm not trying to be an actor's award for it. I'm just trying to be myself. So, guys, on the next one is this one here. Is Chanel Platinum Egoist. It's a fantastic fragrance, and it's pull the top off. Look, a nice atomizer. Look at this. And it smells that professional. People wearing this is off in offices, settings, business meetings, and so it is meant for this kind of occasion as well. You can wear this. It smells fantastic in the air now. And it's got good longevity, this one, guys. This is really a good fragrance. Give you a quick look at the bottle. There you go, look. Logo on top there. And to be honest with you, this is probably one of my favourite Chanel fragrances, to be honest with you. This is one of the fragrances I tend to reach to, more so than the Blue de Chanel. I do like the Blue de Chanel. I mean, I bought it and I wear it, but I've had better results off that one, if I was to be honest. So, in this one, the Chanel one, you've got top notes, you've got Lavender, Rosemary, Neroli, Petitgrain. Them are your top notes. And then you've got Geranium, Clary, Galbanum, and jasmine. That's your mid notes. And then your base notes, Oakmoss, Vetiver, Cedar, Sandalwood, Amber. Classed as a woody floral musk. And this was released in 1993, if you're interested in stuff like this. I have read all that the Dior was released in 2011, if you're interested in the date. So we'll read them out. But it doesn't really bother me, but some people do like, all the information. But all these notes, guys, I will leave in the description box down below. I'll leave links to where you can get the fragrances. You'll have all the notes listed there, so you can check the notes at your own leisure. Okay? Now then, going on to a Dolce & Gabbana one now. And now, this is a bit more unusual, because again, it doesn't seem to get the limelight on YouTube as some of the others from the house of the Dolce & Gabbana. And it's this one here, the Pour On, and it's the Intenso one, the dark brown bottle with a light colour brown top look. And this has got an unusual note in this one. It's got the note of hay, what horses eat and stuff. But I'd never heard of that in a fragrance before, but these are managed to work away of putting this in to this fragrance and making it, you wouldn't know it was there, but it's obviously aiding with the smell. And so it's at the top off for this. And again, when I've got my suit jacket on here and my tie and my shirt, and this is perfect for this kind of fitting. Whether you're going to a wedding or you're going out somewhere, somewhere nice or a nice restaurant, this is, elegant enough and it's sophisticated enough to wear, and it just smells really nice, and it's got a fantastic smell about it, but it's not going to be like a Dior Sauvage GT where it's raw, it's, projecting like a monster. This will be a bit more inviting. As people get closer, they'll smell it more, but it'll come across a bit more maybe professional as well. Ideal again for this kind of situation, guys. I'm sure your daughter would love you to wear this. So that's the next one there, guys. We've done nicely now. Now I'll just flip that over. Yeah. Right then. Now this one was mentioned on the video I just filmed maybe half an hour ago. But it's that versatile. I had to include it on this one as well because it's a Armani fragrance. And it's this one, the Acqua di Gio Profumo. Fantastic. Weddings, the setting, it's got that many settings you could wear this fragrance for. And on a wedding day, it's just as good. It's got this really nice professional smell about it. It's masculine, it's, aquatic as well. So it's got a lot of things going on for it. And Armani, there's some cracking fragrances, but this is one of my favourites, to be honest. It is really that good. And as I say, I would wear that easy. But my daughter got married not too long back and she chose the Sauvage GDT. I lined them all up and that's one she chose. So I wore that one on my daughter's wedding day at her request. I gave her the choice of what she wanted me to wear. And she chose the Sauvage. And through that now, we've created a scent memory. In years to come, we'll talk about that. And that with the fragrance we'll remember for a wedding day. So this is the good thing about fragrances, guys. It doesn't just stop at the photos. You're sitting around in years to talk, you might be watching a video, and your daughter might start to smell, you remember smelling, you'll have to shave there. You're wearing the or you might one of these you're wearing. So let's get on with the next one. Rambling on here. Yeah, just you, I just rattle sometimes. Right now, this one. This is a new one to my collection. And like I was saying about this is a summer edition, right? This is a fragrance that works really well in the summer. And I've only had this about a month ago, with that, and look how much I've used that already, and that's a lot really, because I've got a lot of fragrances which I wear regular, and this one is becoming one of my favourites. It's called by Molinard, that's the name of the company. It's called Fig, right? And it's got a Mediterranean feel about it with a fig. Oh, it's fantastic. It's got black culture in there. It's got lemon, in your top notes. And it's that fig that stands out a mile from the rest of it. But it's got this really, I've never tried them, but I've heard different people talk about the Acqua di Parma line, they're like kind of aquatic notes and different stuff like that. I think they're going along that same kind of vibe, trying to capture the area. And this, to me, it's got to be like a Mediterranean feel about it, but it's done in such a nice way. You might have to reapply it after a while, though, because again, it's still pretty new to me. And you might want to carry one of them atomizers, fill it up, and then so far, I think if you feel like it's wearing, just respray yourself. But honestly, you'll get that many compliments off this in the summer. People will want to know what you're wearing, and it's this one, Molinard Fig. Okay, so that's fantastic. In the mid notes, you've got green leaves, floral notes, jasmine, sunback, whatever that is. I don't know what a bit of jasmine, but the sunback at the end, I wouldn't know what that was, if I was to be honest. In the base, you've got cedar, musk, amberwood. And then it's classed as a floral, fruity fragrance. But it's cracking fragrance, guys, trust me. I heard of this by another British reviewer, Scott, the Centurion, and he put me onto it. So I thanked him on the last video I did, but it is that good. And he was the person who brought it to my attention, and it's really good. I couldn't imagine it being without him in my collection now. Right then, moving on to this one now, the Valentino, the Umo, the original one. Right, it's got a spike collar. Whether the old ones didn't have that, I don't know, because this is like, again, a pickup like late into last year. And so I had the Intense before this one, and I love that fragrance. That's one of my favourite fragrances. But this one is also, you know, a very sophisticated, bit like the Dolce & Gabbana one. I would say them not similar, but they're in the same ballpark. You know, them not offensive, but they draw you in, and the smell coming from both of them. But this one, it's got like a chocolate hazelnut and roasted coffee. Imagine that combo, you know, and then you're drawing people in as you're talking to, as you're mingling, and I can smell this. You know, honestly, you'd rock it. I've got to spray this because it's that nice. Yeah, it is. You can smell the chocolate in there. I wouldn't say I could smell the hazelnut if I was to be honest. It's in there, but I couldn't say, oh, yeah, that's definitely hazelnut. I'm not that talented. But according to all the notes, she's got the coffee, and I can smell coffee, and I can smell the chocolate. A bit like one of them chocolate mochaccino things. A bit like that, it smells to me, but it's got like hazelnut in with it as well. Now on this one, you've got a top note of bergamot and myrtle. Don't know what that is neither. Right. The mid notes, you've got hazelnut, chocolate, roasted coffee beans. In the base, you've got leather and cedar, and it's classed as a leather fragrance actually. But you can't. I could say yeah. I could identify the leather if I was to be honest. There was something there. I was trying to identify as I was smelling it then, and in my head I thought there's something there. What's that? You know, and I realised then when I read that note, the leather. That's where it's come from. And it clicked then. Yeah, I could detect leather as well. That's what. Just getting the tray ready, guys. Professional level. Okay, now we're going on to this one, next one, and again, this is one I love. I wish I'd have found this one earlier, because I think it's that good. But I was watching a video Ash did last week, I think it was, and he was saying a lot of the people in the fragrance community tend to hate on this fragrance, or they knock it down a lot. And to me, that's up to them, it's their opinion, but to me, I think it's great. You know, it's brilliant. And this is Guilty, the Pour On, the original one. I wish I'd have bought it sooner, guys. That's how nice it is. A lot of these frames I've got here today, I've got the amount of lavender in as well. And this does it really well, you know. And yeah, that lavender's cracking. It just gives it such a lightness touch to it. I mean, look at the shape of that bottle. You know, it's like one of them little flasks that you carry around. It's ideal shape to hold in your hand. You know, it looks nice in your cabinet. You know, the logo looks nice. It's got Gucci on the top there, look. At the bottom, there's some information. Like all these bottles, guys, check them when you buy them. You know, look for the batch codes and the barcodes, all stuff like that. Make sure you got your authentic purchase, you know. So that's another good tip. Now then, we've got 3 left, and we're moving on to this one. He's my only man sailor currently, but I intend to get more. And this is the Cedar Basil, the ED Eau de Parfum. And I've had this for a while now, as you can see, look. And this is their take on, I suppose, Aventus, if you like, Creed Aventus, but without going down the exact same path. But it gives you that same vibe. And it's got a fantastic smell about it, especially for the summer again, guys. You know, you'll rock this in the summer with all the citruses in there, and I can smell it straight away. But they say it's got pineapple in here. Now, I could detect something, but I don't know whether it's pineapple or not. I mean, I'm quite good with pineapple if I'm eating it and stuff like that. I know it smells like, and in the Club to the Intense Man, you can smell it. You can smell the pineapple more. But this one, I think it's dialed back a bit. I think the lemon and the blackcurrant play more of a dominant role, you know. So with this one, you got Sicilian lemon look, and you got the blackcurrant. I've got these off Fragrantica, bergamot, spicy notes, you know, and it doesn't mention nothing there about, no, it doesn't mention like pineapple there, and that was on Fragrantica. The mid notes, you got fruity notes, patchouli leaf, water and jasmine. And in the base, you've got cedar, leather, sandalwood, vanilla, white moss, and moss. And you know, I say this was released in 2011. This fragrance was. My apology, I forgot to give it the note for the Gucci Guilty. I'll read it quickly now for you. I do apologise. I did say to you that, you know, any mistakes I'm staying in, so we'll stay in there. You'll see me making a gaff on this one, but what the hell, you know. We got lavender at the top, guys, Amalfi lemon, in the mid, African orange flower, in the base, you've got Virginia cedar, patchouli, and vanilla. Nice classic and woody aromatic, you know. Now we go on to one of the stores of the show as well. There's some, you know, unusual, and a lot of people wouldn't think of wearing on a wedding, but I would. I think this would be cracking on a wedding, to be honest with you. And it's this one, Bulgari Man in Black. Imagine you a nice suit on, and a sprayer. And then with this one, you have to turn it to lock it, and then that you can't depress it that way, look. And this has got a nice, it's got leather in there, it's got rum in there, it's got like lots of different notes. It gives a bit of a darker feel to it, but it's got a nice professional smell about it. And again, you put this on, and actually the son-in-law smelt this fragrance, and he loved this fragrance. And I was, you know, I don't think he'd have been disappointed if he'd have smelt that on me on his day of his wedding, you know, with my daughter, spending the day with her. So I don't think that would have bothered him, because he liked the fragrance himself. So that, and again, is a got for a bottle, which is fantastic. You know, the detail on it and the way they've laid it out, it looks really good. It looks really classy in your collection. And then the last one now, guys, this is the last one. And this is an unusual one. A lot of people wouldn't have thought to put this in as a wedding rag fragrance. But I've smelt this loads of times now. And it's got a really professional smell of it. It's an underrated gem. It don't cost that much money neither. But people can wear these, and it gives you good longevity, right? And it smells fantastic. It's this one, Rausch's man, moustache. You know what I mean? Now this one, so it's not man, sorry, just Rausch's moustache. He eau de parfum. That's right, correct. Let's just spray this for you. Now this one, I've got an outer brows in here, so it might not appeal to everybody, but a lot of guys will wear it. And yet, again, it's got such a nice smell, and it's got such a, you know, professional smell about it. You can wear that to a posh end restaurant anywhere. It's really that good. And I've had compliments off people I've wear it before wearing that. You know, so it is really nice fragrance. On the top notes, you got pink pepper, mandarin orange, and in the mid, you got Atlas cedar, Bulgarian rose, and in the base, you got benzoin, vetiver, and patchouli. And so the Bulgarian rose is that one you can smell. But I mean, look at that for the bottle, guys. Just look at the detail on that. You know, it's a fantastic thing to have in your collection. You stick that in your cabinet, it looks that good in there. And so that's it for all the fragrances for this video. Right now, congratulations to both of you getting married. And if you are the father of the bride, think about one of these marmates, and it'll suit you well when you get down the aisle with your daughter. Okay, so I hope your wedding day works out for all of you. Good luck. Plenty of years to come in front of you. And I'll see you on the next video. Okay, that's it from me, Alan Moore. See you on the next one. Bye, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. A little bit of that B-roll footage for you. As you can see, we'll start on the left there. There's the atomiser I was telling you about before to extend the longevity of your fragrance. That light blue on that. And then you've got the non-offensive deodorant, which won't interfere with your fragrance. over there. Couple of quid, most supermarkets sell that kind of thing. Then you got the Dior Home Intense. Then the Chanel Platinum Egoist. That's a bit of a fingerprint magnet look. I still love the bottle and the fragrance inside, fantastic. And then you got the Dolce Gabbana, the Intenso there, the brown bottle. Moving on to the Armani Acqua di Profumo at the back there. And one of the stars of the show, as far as I'm concerned, is the Molinard Fig. With a purple bottle right at the back there. Fantastic fragrance for summer. Then you've got the Valentino Umo. Again, another cracking fragrance. The Gucci Guilty. Love that fragrance. And Sarah, Cedar Bose. Most people have heard of that in the fragrance community. And then we just move this one down a little bit. Then you've got Bulgari, Man in Black. And then you've got Rausch's Moustache, Eau de Parfum. And that's all the fragrances in the age for this video today, guys. So, have a great weekend. I hope you, if you aren't getting married yet, like I said before, have a great day. I hope it all works out with the weather and different things like that. And I hope this will give you room for thought for the fragrance to wear, guys. I hope it really works out for you and your daughter. Okay. See you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye.